The book of Isaiah, chapter 46 and verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahawah, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And Shalom to the 140 and 4,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp. I want to do a lesson in prophecy, all right, in regards to the Lord's will coming to pass. Because that's what prophecy really is. It's the Lord's will playing out in reality. Okay. And one of the things that the Lord has set in place is for our enemies to be put into captivity underneath our feet, man. All right. Upon the return of our Lord YAHAWASHI. You see, and that's what we look forward to. Finally, taking these heathen down and putting them in the position that they need to be in, which is our servants. All right. These heathen that are ruling over us right now are going to be our servants here in the near future. All right. That's right, man. We're on the bottom of society as the Israelites, the 12 tribes, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians right now. But we're in the transition process. That's why society is crumbling. It's the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi doing his pleasure, man. Taking his kingdom down, taking these devils down, and getting ready to set up his righteous people, man. His chosen people. All right, you 12 tribes. And the Lord's will shall be done. Can't nobody stop that. All right. So we have something to look forward to, man. Being in rulership and ruling over our oppressors, man. That's a main, that's a major part of prophecy that the Christian church does not go into because they don't have the understanding. All right. The Lord has made us a nation of kings and priests. And we're in that transition process right now. All right. Because when it's all said and done with, after Jacob's trouble is over, after World War III is done and over with, we're going to rule, man. Okay. And the Lord is preparing us for that right now by giving us this truth through his son, YAHAWASHI. Now, let's get a few precepts. I ain't going to make this too long, but we'll go through a few different precepts showing you that we're going to rule over our enemies. All right. Here we have the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 8. It says, arise, O power, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. You see, all the nations of the earth belong to Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi. All right. And the Lord YAHAWASHI, who they ignorantly call Jesus, when he returns to the earth, he's going to inherit all nations. All right. Yeah, that's right. All the heathen belong to YAHAWASHI. And as joint heirs with YAHAWASHI, as the nation of Israel, we're going to inherit the nations as well. That's what's coming. All right, it's already been set in motion, man, from the beginning. And we're at the point in time where we're getting ready to see it happen. All right, Lord willing, we endure to the end. All right, I want to be one of those ones to get to see Esau being put in chains and shackles. All right, he's the main one we want to put into captivity. And that's how it's going to be. We're going to have them in chains and shackles, man, woman, and child. All right. For all the hell that they've put on the Israelites and the things that they've done unto YAHAWASHI. All right. Back in the time of the Romans, you see, they're finna pay for everything they've done on the earth, man. Since the time of the serpent in the garden, until now, these heathen are finna pay, especially Esau. All right. They're going to be a possession unto us. And the funny thing is that the Christian church, they don't talk about this, man. The Christian church tells you a bunch of lies. They tell you that, everybody's going to be equal. And, the Lord, he loves everybody the same. And nah, man. So what is this talking about? Inheriting the nations, making them our slaves, man. All right. We are the chosen people and the world is going to see it. We're going to inherit the nations as joint heirs with YAHAWASHI. So here we have the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. YAHAWASHI is that king of Israel. All right, the king of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Al-Shai, has said unto me, the Lord Yahweh has said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Yeah, YAHWASHI is the only begotten son of the Heavenly Father. Right? Verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Do you see that? The heathen are going to be a possession, as well as the rest of the earth. You heathen are part of that package deal. All right, you so-called Chinese, you so-called white people, you know, Arabs, and all you other nations outside of the nation of Israel. You will be a possession of YAHWASHI and his chosen people, the Israelites, whether you like it or not. Okay? And, you know, you call us crazy or whatever, you don't believe it, you're going to see. When it's all said and done with, you're going to see that this word is faithful and true. And we will inherit the heathen as joint heirs with YAHWASHI. Because it's been declared from the beginning. It says, verse 9, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Okay? This is going into the harsh and rigorous rule we're going to have over you, heathen. All right? For all the things that you've done unto us. All the affliction that you put on us as a people. We're going to pay you back, man. All right? We're going to beat you into shape. We're going to break you, heathen. Especially you devils, you Edomites. You're going to receive the worst punishment out of all the nations. All right? That's what's coming for you, and you can't stop it. All right, verse 10, it says, be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. All right, and the kings rule. What kings are they talking about? The Israelites. The Israelite man. We are a nation of kings and priests, and we're judges of the earth. That's why it says, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. And we're going to judge all you people, all you heathen. You will have to answer to us, because the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh, Bashmi Al-Shai, will be enforced in the earth when we come into our rulership, once this society is taken down. Okay, in the midst of World War III. Okay? Kings, that's plural. Judges, that's plural. It's talking about the elect man, starting with the 144,000, and then really even the rest of the nation of Israel. They're going to be above you heathen. The least of our people is going to be above the greatest of you heathen on the planet Earth. Okay? Our children are going to be above you. They're going to be an authority over you heathen. All right? Understand that. You know, our sons and daughters are going to own you. You see? You know? I'm going to ask my son, I'm going to wake up in the morning in the kingdom. I'm going to ask my son, did you beat your Edomites today? You know, he's going to be like, yes, Abba. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take turns beating your ass, man. In the kingdom. We're going to make it a sport. All right? Because we own you. All right? And it's manifesting as we speak. Oh, Salaki, real quick. And there won't be no resistance from you devils in that day. Because we're going to have spiritual power. Even our children are going to have spiritual power. All right? It's going to be a completely one-sided type of thing in the kingdom. All right? In our favor. All right. Here we have the book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Al-Shai, shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And who are the kings of the earth right now? These heathen rulers, such as Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, you know, Xi Jinping, all these leaders, man, even in India, the hidden hand of the elites. All right. Those are the kings of the earth right now. And they're getting ready to be punished in the time we're coming into. All right. The day of the Lord entails them being punished finally. All right. Verse 22. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, And after many days shall they be visited. That's right. We're going to have you in chains and shackles, man. All right. You will be our prisoners because you're going to pay for all the shit that you've done unto the people of the Lord and his creation. All right. Get ready. Get ready for slavery, boy. Speaking to you devils, especially. Now, you're going to be cast in the pits. We're going to have you in huge pits. That will be your bed. That will be your home. Okay? No more lofty estates for you devils, man. No more mansions. Your home will be a goddamn pit in the dirt. All right? And that's where you'll sleep. All right? Use the bathroom, whatever, until it's time for you to get your ass back to work. And we're going to work you. We're going to work you in the kingdom. Way harder than you worked us in slavery. All right? We're going to pay you back double. Okay? And we're going to have you in that pit. And, you're going to be down there for days at a time, especially on the Sabbath. Just leave your ass in there. All right? Because that's the only time you're going to be able to rest and heal from the beatings that you took during the rest of the week. You'll be in that goddamn pit. All right? All right, here we have Isaiah 14 and verse 2. It goes into this as well. All right, it's all throughout the scriptures, man. The captivity of our oppressors. It says, and the people shall take them. Matter of fact, let me start at verse 1. All right, Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord YAHAWASHI will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Now, these strangers right here is talking about the Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, or even the Israelite foreigners. Are they going to cleave unto the elect? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahawashi, for servants and handmaids. And that's not talking about our Israelite brothers. That's talking about you heathen. All right? We're going to possess you for servants and handmaids. It says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So there you go. Who has us in captivity right now? All right? The heathen. Starting with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? They're going to become our captives, and we're going to rule over them. All right? Right here in the scriptures, man. They don't read this to you in church, man. They don't break this down to you in these false churches out here, man. The true men of the Lord are here to break down the prophecies and let you know what's going down, man, whether you like it or not. We will rule over our oppressors, as it tells you right here in Isaiah 14 and verse 2. This is the Lord's will. All right, here we have another one. Isaiah 49 and verse 23. It says, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahawashi, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Whoo, man, that's heavy. All right, so the kings of the earth, all right, these prestigious heathen that are ruling right now, all right, they're going to be our servants, man. Their kings should be our nursing fathers, meaning they're going to serve us. Their queens are going to serve us, all right? And we're going to take the best of their daughters as concubines, all right? That's what's coming, because we own you, heathen, as it is written. So here we have the book of Ezekiel, chapter 39, all right, in verse 10. It's talking about after the smoke of World War III settles down, okay, and how we're going to be in rulership over the nations, right? I'm going to put you to work. This says Ezekiel 39 and verse 10. So that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest, for they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoiled them, and rob those that robbed them, saith the Lord Yahweh, the Lord power. All right? You see? All right, you damn devils are not going to cut down any more trees, and because you guys are known for deforestation. All right, we're going to take the weapons of war and we're going to burn them with our spiritual power, man. There will be no more wars, all right, when this is all said and done with. All right, and we're going to spoil those that spoiled us. We're going to rob those that robbed us. That's called payback. That's called righteous recompense. All right. And that's what the Lord is about. You see, he's about justice. And Esau, we're going to bring you to justice, as you like to say. Verse 11, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will give unto Gog a place thereof, a place thereof graves in Israel, the valley of the passengers on the east of the sea, and it shall stop the noses of the passengers, and there shall they bury Gog and all his multitude, and they shall call it the valley of Hamon Gog. Now, Gog is synonymous to the so-called Russians today. All right, they're going to be a major component in World War III, and they are Edomites. All right, though they're against America, they're Edomites. They're the same nation, and they're going to be put down. All right, those armies that are going to fight over there in the Middle East, all right, they're going to be destroyed, and their bodies are going to be stinking up the place, man. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies, and that's what this is talking about right here. All right. So those that walk by is going to stop their noses, man, because it's going to be the smell of death in the air when it's all said and done with. See, these are the things of the scriptures that these Christian churches do not go into. All right. Here at Great Millstone, we give you everything. Okay. Verse 12, it says, in 7 months, all right, a complete amount of time. All right. 7 means completion. In 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land. We're going to bury you, man. And we ain't going to do it ourselves. We're going to have you heathen do the burying. Okay. That's going to be your first job when the smoke settles after World War III. We're going to take you out of them damn bunkers where you were hiding at. All right. And we're going to put you to work, man. It's going to be your first job. Okay. To bury all the dead bodies. We're going to make you do it. All right. Verse 13, it says, yeah, all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renown, the day that I shall be glorified, saith the Lord power. You see, we're going to praise the Lord, man, for his word coming to pass. Verse 14, check it out. And they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land, to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. And after the end of 7 months shall they search. That's right. When you go into that term continual employment, that means slavery. When you're an employee, you're a slave. All right. There ain't going to be no unemployment in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to put you motherfuckers to work continually. All right. Believe that. And we're going to make you bury these bodies, because we're not going to be unclean. All right. You touch a dead body, that makes you unclean. You're going to be doing the work. You heathen, starting with you Edomites, man. We're going to make you bury the ones of you that survive. We're going to make you bury all your dead ass relatives, man. All right. Let's see. Verse 15, it says, and the passengers that pass through the land, when any seeth a man's bone, then shall he set up a sign by it, till the buriers have buried it in the valley of Hamon Gog. Okay. You see? That's how you going to do it. You're going to put up a sign next to the, the dead bodies, the carcasses, so the buriers can come by when they see it and get to digging. All right. And turn those dead bodies into fertilizer for our land. And also the name of the city shall be Hamona. Thus shall they cleanse the land. Yeah, we're going to make you clean up all that mess that you made in the earth. You going to clean it up. All right. You devils are going to clean up all that shit that you've done to the earth. All right. Starting with those dead bodies to cleanse the land. All right. Another one. Revelation 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right. This is what's written. This is what the Lord has purposed. All right. That our captors will go into captivity. Those that, killed us with the sword, they're going to be killed with the sword. All right. That's what is written in prophecy. And that's what will come to pass And you got to have the faith and the patience, all right, to wait for it to come to pass. It's already written, all right? We're just watching it play out. That's why we got to hold on to the faith, okay? It will come to pass. All right, so I'm going to end this lesson with this right here, one of my favorites as well, the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 20. This is the time we're coming into, all right? It says, and it shall come to pass, that means it's going to happen, in that day that the remnant of Israel, or the elect, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon them, or stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, the Holy One of Israel in truth. That's right, we're coming out of our captivity. We're not going to depend or slave or work for these damn devils anymore, man. No other heathen for that matter. We're never again going to be in captivity. It's going to be quite the opposite. All right. So this is the process that we're in right now, man. As this place begins to crumble and civil unrest ensues and, society collapses, just understand that it's really the controlled demolition of our captivity by Yahweh, by Yahawashi. And when it's all said and done with, when Yahawashi returns, his name will be glorified, Yahweh and Yahawashi. As well as his chosen people, the Israelites. All right. And we're going to put you heathen into captivity, starting with you devils, man. And after 1,000 years, we're going to burn you devils up, and there'll be no more Edomites on the face of the earth, according to Obadiah 1 and 18. Go read that on your own time. So, with that being said, I'm going to end this lesson right here. It's kind of late. I'm a little tired, but I wanted to put that out through the spirit, man. These words are powerful, and we're speaking them into existence through the power and spirit of Yahweh, by Yahawashi. So I'm in this lesson right here. I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi. Equam Yasharahla and the Bible Ball. Shalom.